Let's talk about gathering. Gathering your pattern pieces is a fantastic way to add shape into something that is completely square. It's such a great way to use your fabric to its full potential, especially making zero waste garments. Let's have a look at how it's done. First thing you want is you want a straight stitch, so just your regular stitch, and you turn stitch length all the way up to 5. This is a brother machine. This little dot means that I have automatic back tack at the start and end of every seam, and I don't want that. That's as high as it goes, so no zigzags, just a lovely straight stitch. This makes it easier to pull them through. You don't want it too tight. Make sure you have nice long tails on your thread. Can you see that? There, so we've got something to start with when we're pulling, and we're coming in with 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 centimetre from the raw edge. The key with this is to keep things straight, because you're doing another line of stitching right next to it and you don't want them to converge on each other. You want them to be nice and parallel and even the whole way. And at the end, you have to think about this so you don't have the knee jerk of bringing it up over the thread slasher. We raise our needle, we don't do a back tack, and draw out a nice bit of thread so we've got something to pull with later. And you've got a nice long bit of thread, and we start again. So we've got a nice parallel set of stitching, 1/4 of an inch, 5 millimeters away from the first set of stitching. Again, pull out a nice long thread. Half of doing a gathering stitch is remembering to do those things. Remembering to think about the end of these seams without the knee-jerk reactions that we usually do. Cutting really fine, doing a back tack, all that stuff. You have to keep in mind that you're doing something different this time. It can be very hard. So we'll have a look closely at this so you can see, because I am using matching thread. But you can see the stitching there. Let me bring a light in. Look at that, there's the stitching. So you see we've got 5 mil down and then 5 mil down again. And what we're doing is pulling these in. So you can just start it. We're pulling the top thread and you just go gently. Don't rip it like that, because the first thing that will happen is these will break, or a thread in here will break, and then it's very difficult to get back on track after that. So we're just working it along like this. But I'm delicately doing so. You want to move things along so there's room for them to move. Otherwise you end up with a big bunch up the top, loads of string out here, but nowhere for it to go. But the key is to be gentle. You have to be gentle, otherwise you lose everything you've worked on. By the way, when I'm pulling things in this way, just so all the material doesn't go back onto the thread, I wrap my finger around it like that, and I'm holding that against there, so it can't come back out. And it can move along the gathering edge. You feel it gets really tight here, and that's when you really just slow down and work it through. Now I've got my halfway point. Do you see that blue dot there? That's halfway. I'm working all this down as far as I can to get to that halfway point, and then I'll bring another lot down as well. And you'll notice I'm not using anything to measure against just yet. I'll do that in a minute, because you can always take these out. You can always remove the gathering if it's too much. But it's just about getting it all there, so then you can start to even it out. That's not even at all, and it's a bit bunched and horrible. But we'll even this all out and make it look absolutely beautiful in a minute. So I'm going to hold this side in place just for the moment with a pin. Okay, because with handling, this can all fall back onto its threads, and then all your fine work is gone. So I've done that side. Come round and do t'other. So here we have the waistband. This is the length I want to get to. I've got a seam allowance on each end, but this is my measurement that I need to get to, and so I can then make sure it's all nice and even along there. So the first thing I do is find that blue marker for the center front, which will be in here somewhere. There it is. I'll pin this down. Now that's not for the sewing. The sewing happens in a different way, but this is just to work out these gathers. And now I can let the gathers out, which is far easier than pulling them in. So pin this to the other end. What I want to do is have this so it's nice and evenly spread, so it fits along this edge comfortably. And then it's a point of finessing them so they look beautiful as well, and they gather in a pleasing way. If you ever lose any of your gathers, it's very easy to just hold that and pull more gathers in. Very simple. Right, that is going to go on there just nicely. Let's get everything in position. And I'm going to pin everything into place and then move the pins around, because we're going to have a lot of pins flying about. So I've just got that one pinned center and sides. Then I'm coming in with the other waistband. So this is the front of the garment. And I'm using those pins to pin it into place, like so. So we're catching everything at once, like that. And I'll get the centers and line them up. And we're just doing bit by bit, and then we come through and make sure everything's right before we do anything. So just getting it into place, into position really at the moment. The last key with gathers is making sure that your seam allowance is large enough to go beyond the gathering stitches. So we sew along there and always make sure that we're staying well away from the gathering stitches. That's all sewn. We cut away our gathering threads and then arrange it like this. We'll give it a press, but first we'll have a little peek. Oh, that looks fantastic, even before we top stitch. Doesn't that look beautiful? Lovely gathered skirt. Some really great gathers there. Once you've pressed it as well and they go into place, we'll give it a really good press at the end, but you can see beautiful sunray gathers there. They're really nice, so I'm happy with that. What we now want to do is to do some top stitching, and this is going to hold everything up in the position that we want it to be. Just making sure that you're catching both sides as you chug along the edge here. There you have your gathered piece. Do you see that? Isn't it fantastic? When you top stitch down along the top as well, it just helps it. So you don't have to do that bit because it's already been secured quite a few times in place. But what it does, it just makes it even neater for your gathered seam. And doesn't it just bring that volume as well. So this is a 1 to 2. So the skirt, the full hem here, and the whole piece, that was about 150 centimeters, so about 60 inches. And we've put it into something that's around about 70 centimeters. So we've literally shrunk it in half, and that's what you get. And of course, the more gathering you have, the larger the volume you're going to get. So then you'll also get tighter gathers all the way along. And naturally you can just add a little bit if you just want a little bit of flounce. But of course, everyone wants to do it, and everyone should do as much as you can. So if you can do 1 to 4, that's when it really gets exciting. But this is perfect. The reason I did it like this is because this uses the entire piece of cloth at the bottom. So this skirt is the width of a 60-inch or a 55-inch piece of fabric. And that's the reason that it's done that way, and then it's gathered into the waistband. That's the point of gathering, is to use your cloth and not waste as much. So there you go. It is as old as the hills, so it's not that complicated. We've just got 2 rows of stitching, and we draw them back into the shape that we're then inserting it into. That's it. You're just making a larger piece fit something smaller. It really is so useful, and once you start making your own patterns and thinking about your own designs, you'll start to really recognize just how useful gathering can be. Don't think it's just for the top of a skirt. You can put this anywhere you want on a pattern where you want to bring volume in to something that's meeting something tight. That is the key, and a really fun way to use your fabric to its full potential. For the example today, I've been making this pinafore apron. So there's a full tutorial about how to make this entire apron, and there's a sewing pattern that I've made for the apron as well. You can get all of that linked here and linked in the description below if you're interested in making this beautiful pinafore apron. I'm Alex, and I love to sew. If you like to sew, why not follow along for more tips just like this?